Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming Channel. Today we're going to be starting a new Let's Play series, and we're going to be taking a look at Pascal's Wager Definitive Edition. This is a Soulsborne-esque game that I have played through once, so this isn't going to be a blind playthrough. I'm definitely not a master at the game, so still will be some challenging experiences here. But I have really enjoyed the game, so I wanted to share it with y'all. So I hope y'all enjoy, and let's just go ahead and get into it. Well, already I'm into the soundtrack. That was nice. Alright, so like I said, I've already been playing some, so there's a continue file, but we're going to be starting a new game. We are going to do it on normal mode, not casual. That's just the DLC stuff.
is complicated.
We're within the realm of Heggem.
It migrates ever so slowly, taking decades, maybe even centuries. We can barely see its movement. But now it started up again, probably headed to the colossal grave.
Heggem's disciples have started on their long journey again. The Sandros will devour this village soon.
That's not a concern for the Couriers.
Indeed. We have greater missions. Does the colossal grave really exist?
I don't know.
You don't know? But you surrendered your church knighthood for it.
That was my choice.
You're not interested in the colossal grave. Then what are you looking for?
We should go. Glenn, stay here and wait for us.
Hold on. The disciples here are wary of strangers. Be careful and stay out of trouble.
It's the Mard. Go and investigate the village. Let me take care of it. I'll catch up with you soon.
Okay.
Terrence. Wait, Terrence.
What the hell? Glenn.
All right.
Me if you
Yes.
shut.
Sure. Unless
All that good stuff.
they shouldn't be here.
Alright, so basic concepts of Pascal's wager. Left click is light attack, right click is heavy attack, spacebar is dodge, and left shift is block. Now, each character does have different... Ooh, after the cutscene, I'll talk.
Human blood.
Terrence, did you see that? A Sifler.
That's not a good sign.
Alright, so each character does have different sets of skills, and some that you'll unlock later on. Say for Terrence here, one of his main things is holding down his... really doesn't look like you can do it yet. But if you hold down the heavy attack, he does like a big charged attack that can knock enemies into the air and break defenses. Then they all have abilities that go off of left click, right click combinations. This one. All enemies will drop like bone fragments, which is kind of like your experience points. But instead of it just being added to like an experience bar, you have to actually take it to an idol, an altar, and sacrifice it. The only issue with this is that it's also the currency that's used to purchase items. So you have to make a choice, whereas if you're going to level your character up or purchase things. And sanity is another kind of like currency that you have in here. There's health and then sanity. So your sanity will gradually go down as you fight things. When you get to below 50%, you go into this abnormal state, and each character has a different effect when they're in the abnormal state. For Terrence, he loses a percentage of his HP, but he gains damage. And you can check this on the main menu for the character. So he can't dodge as much, reduces his max HP, increases his damage. As you level up the altars, you'll be able to increase their skills, which increases all of their stats. We just picked up a trophy, so we can go ahead and put that on. It'll give us a minor bonus for now. It's just the storyline stuff, so you can like check what quests you have. And then this is like your actual items. Go ahead and put this on here. The Immoral Jellyfish Jar is a reusable sanity item that you can plop down on the ground, and it will continuously regain your sanity while you stand on it. honestly didn't want to come out of the abnormal state there. There's bonuses to being in the abnormal state, but for now, we can kind of go back and forth in between it. This is a Heggem. There's 5 per level, and you can offer them different things, and they will give you rewards. When they do that motion there, that means that the item that you gave them they do not like. So you should not give them that multiple times. That one means it's acceptable, but it's not what they want. And when they jump up and down, it's what they actually want. You have to offer them a certain amount of times, and then they'll give you a reward. So for this one being sanity, it's pretty easy to manipulate because you can drop down the jellyfish. Give them some more sanity. There you go. The Dominator crystals are used to purchase trophies from one of your companions later on. So it's a good thing to pick up and hold on to.
You're welcome.
How's everything over there?
Hegem's fading much faster than we thought. This place is completely contaminated by syndromes. In the village, there are only some marred monsters. I guess they were Hegem's disciples.
Heggem looks like it's sick.
According to legends of old, it's an omen that the Colossus is preparing for its journey to the grave.
Tales are tales. No one has ever seen their falling. Or their grave.
What on earth makes it so weak?
Have you been to the mountaintop? It's the nearest place.
We should go and check it out as soon as possible.
By the way, I found this on a bridge over there.
It's just a common witch's note with some...
These are the words from the Blessed Land. But now they're found in Heggem.
Teresa.
Teresa? Who's that? The person you're looking for?
Don't ask.
Hurry up. My carriage won't wait for too long.
Let's split up. You go to the mountaintop. I'll look around Heggem.
Be careful.
Alright, so here's our first altar. So when we die, we respawn here, so we need to make sure that we activate it so that we change our respawn point. Now, resting, kind of like in Dark Souls, when you rest at a bonfire, will actually respawn all enemies. So, gonna take a chance on doing that, but you also get like your healing items back if you do this. You can dedicate items here. This is how you level up. You can craft different elixirs. As you unlock recipes, there will be more of them. And as you get certain items, you'll be able to craft trophies also. Can't do it yet, but this is also where we'll be able to dedicate the item to increase our talents when we're able to do that. Now, if you ever get to the point where while you're in this abnormal state, you get extra rewards for killing things. So it's, if you can manage to stay in this abnormal state for a decent amount of time, it's a good thing. But if you ever reach the point where you run completely out of sanity, then you go into the lunatic state, which spawns a duplication of you or one of your allies, like a shadow version, and you have to defeat it. If you defeat it, you're guaranteed a reward, and then you immediately get all of your sanity back. But they are quite difficult, especially if you've been leveling your characters up, because they are duplicates of those characters.
Unexpected. There are humans here in Heggem.
So we're going to want to come back and pick up the Powder of Defense whenever we have enough. It's also a good option currently, since you don't have the stuff to craft it, to pick up the Elixirs of Health, and if you want the Elixir of Sanities also. We're going to skirt around to the left first. Don't know why that guy respawned. He shouldn't have yet, because we didn't actually rest. Alright, we're going to use him as a example to show you what happens when you go into Insanity. So let's go ahead and pop a health potion real quick, get our minimal amount of health back. Kill this guy. You can see it's starting to spawn right there because we already went into it. So this actually has multiple things that I have not even unlocked yet. So it's a good thing to keep an eye out for. Characters are probably a bit more upgraded than you. Actually, a lot more upgraded than you to have parry and everything already. Ah, he got me. If you don't kill it within the Insanity time frame, I think you just die automatically. Well, that's a game crash, unfortunately. Oh lord. Okay, I don't know why it spawned us back here. Okay. Oop, that sucks. The left click or right click that we have, if you look at the enemies' bars, so there's like, the top bar is their HP, and the bottom bar is like their stamina. If you depreciate all of their stamina, then you can usually do a special attack. I don't have any of the skills I'm used to having yet. When you die, you lose a percentage of the bones that you've collected. And there's no way to get them back. There's not like in Dark Souls where you can get everything back if you go to your body or something. It just goes missing. Alright, so I'm gonna clear this out real quick. Enemy attacks are interruptible if you hit them with enough damage while they're doing them. Some attacks have a higher stagger point than others, and are more so like some of your attacks, your heavy attacks, are harder to interrupt than your light attacks. Probably definitely not meant to go into the lunatic state at this point in the game. See if we have enough for the formula. No, we're at 18. Need 25, and then it's 30 for the health potions and 5. I don't know, 5 or 10 for the sanity potions, but I don't think the switch targets works for some reason. As you can see there, like it wasn't lit up with anything. I've never been able to use it. I thought it was like roll the scroll bar, but it hasn't ever worked for me. Our first shortcut here, and then we get our first alternate quest.
There's a human ahead. I hope we can get something useful from her.
You made it through the dark mist. You must be a courier. I knew the church wouldn't abandon us.
What's going on here?
The light of Heggem is fading. It is too weak to fight against the Sendriels. And the disciples here have decayed into monsters.
Did any of the disciples survive?
A courier took the surviving disciples to the mine. He said there was treasure that can save Heggem.
Did you find it?
Yes, the light we found was bright enough to disperse the Sendriels in the mine.
Why did you leave the mine?
I came out to find Jerry. He left the mine by himself. It's dangerous outside.
How did you keep yourself safe outside?
I stole the treasure to find my Jerry. I swear as soon as I found him, I would bring the treasure back, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Stranger, would you please help me?
I'll see what I can do.
Stranger, if you find my Jerry, where...
She stole the thing keeping everyone alive to go find her son. So she essentially killed everyone to go try and find her son. Ow. Hit me with your bow. So when you're talking with things, the orange option progresses the story, whereas the white one is kind of
I'm trapped in this egg. Help! Help!
just like additional storyline stuff that you don't have to use.
Finally, someone's here. Help me. I am a follower of Lord Raymond. That strange witch made Heggem sick. All the disciples were turned into monsters, and the treasure in the mine was stolen. Lord Raymond sent me to seek help. I can't afford to be stuck here.
How can I save you?
Go to the statue in the mine and find a tear stone. Only with the help of that can you melt the hard shell.
Can you believe it? The politest thing in Heggem is an egg. I mean, not including you, of course.
Let's see, do we have just these 3 items? Okay. What I recommend you doing is using throwing knives to actually kill that guy there. Not gonna worry about him though. We're gonna just progress past him until we actually level up our character a bit. and get a couple skills to make it easier to defeat the lunatic shades. We're gonna actually keep our sanity up here, which we'll just use the immortal jellyfish jar, which does take a little time, but it's a reusable commodity instead of the potion of sanity, which is limited.
Leave as soon as possible. The truth you're seeking for is not here.
A man hiding behind a man.
Good old plunging attacks. Another Siffler. It's essentially your merchants while you're out in the world. So he has a trophy here, and then the Amundus are the items that you use to upgrade your talents. So we'll want to pick those up. More elixirs of sanity and health. These are used to craft items. And actually, we'll pick up one of each of those later on. Go ahead and activate this just to move our save point. So here's the first thing that we're able to craft. We got a miner's shell from one of the enemies we killed, and then we could collect a broken rod from something, or we could buy it from that Siffler. Raw stones are used for all trophies. So there's our first raw stone. So progressing this way, you'll come across the next bell that allows you to turn back to the camp. Can't do any of it right now because you're kind of in like the tutorial mission though. But you have to like use these bells. You don't have to use them. You have to activate them just like the altar so that they become available next time that you want to come back to the area. And this would take you to the Dark Mist base camp, but since we're in like the tutorial area, it's not letting us do that. Ow. Jerk. Alright, how many bone fragments do we have? Remember if there's a way to quickly check. Yeah. Yeah, 50. So go back and get the recipe.
Human, do you want?
All the other stuff is really optional. It's not anything that you really need. You can sell extra things if you somehow get like a plethora if you're sitting here farming them. But the elixir of health is something that we don't have any of yet because it's actually the crafted version. It's a regen over time instead of just like flat healing whenever you use it. You can only hold a certain amount of each item at a time too. So there's really no point in picking up the elixir of sanity. Could pick up a few of these though. I don't really want to I'm not gonna come back this way. I think I'm gonna go kill that guy in the very front. See if we can get 5 more bone shards. Bone fragments, whatever it is. If we can, then we'll pick up that last elixir of health so we don't have to ever come back this way towards him. Only got 4. We'll just sell something real quick and then pick it up so we can be done with this Siffler.
Human, do you want...
Alright. Go ahead and put those on for later use. There is fall damage in this game, so that is something to be wary of, but there is a lot of points that will have you actually falling to reach certain locations. See, there's a guy hanging right there. It will try to fall on you, so... Oop. Got hit once, almost the second time. Don't be afraid to use your health potions, as whenever you're below your maximum, enemies do drop them quite frequently. Throw this down real quick. You can throw down the jellyfish and then actually fight on top of it. But you can't pick up things that are around because it'll always prioritize picking back up the jellyfish. Alright, so that's for our secondary quest. We will go back and complete that here shortly. We have the other secondary quest in here that we need to complete too, so since they're both in the back, we'll just go ahead and collect what we need for both of them.
Hegem's disciples can only be the mark now.
As you can see, we've almost been getting a health potion to replenish the one we've used like every single time we've used one. Alright, so this guy here, a bit more difficult than most of the other enemies that we fought so far. Now we haven't unlocked our backstab yet, or our execute. So it's just gonna be raw damage on him. You can hold the left alt button to move slowly. So you can see there we replenished all of the... Ooh! Can use the execute. I thought that was something you had to unlock. Okay, we could have killed him much easier there. So we got our first Immundus for unlocking our talents. That's the other quest item. And then this is usable. If you're having a really hard time, you can use this and it'll reduce the difficulty of the game. We're going to activate the next altar, and then we're going to actually head back towards those two quests. So the color of the Heggem actually tells you the things that it does not want. That's good to know for later on, whenever one mistake will cause the Heggem to go away. So for the gold ones, like, they do not want health potions. You can offer them other items. See which of the two that they want. Alright, so this enemy here is a bit more difficult. Let's pop the jellyfish down, get our sanity back real quick. Drink one of those, get our health back. And let's throw on the ranged weapon just in case. Alright, lunging attack. See, the main issue is that they have a ton of HP. Okay. Not so bad. That guy has kicked my butt multiple times when on my first playthrough. Go turn in the two side quests.
Was it you, one Hardison?
Here.
Finally, you're back. Hurry up. You smell like the witch. You're on her side.
And it was an enemy all along.
I knew this was a trap, Terrence. You never heed my advice.
But you get, what, the worn ring from it? Our talents here, you have to be on an altar to upgrade them. The worn ring do. Just for crafting something.
Jerry, my Jerry. Where?
Sorry, Jerry's dead.
It's Jerry's coat. My Jerry, you are back.
Jerry's gone. Because the John brothers.
Thank you, Courier. Jerry asked me to bring his up. Dear Jerry, Mother will bring you home.
we get the crystal that was defending everyone. Alright, so there was a couple things we wanted to buy from this guy. I think right now we'll probably just take the chipped Amundus, because we're not going to get enough for truth. Hold off. This is just the tutorial area, so we will be coming back here later on because you're only able to complete a portion of it. Yeah, rolling the scroll bar doesn't change your targets at all. Bring him out first. What? He was supposed to do the plunging attack there that I guess I messed up. And he's down. Alright, so this Heggy is a blue one like the previous one, so the first one, so they don't want bone shards, I believe. Let's give him health potion. Yeah, good stuff. What they actually want is random from the other two options, so kind of have to guess. Oh, missed that dodge. Good. Weren't in front of him. His face was kind of in the wall, so we couldn't do the execute. How many do we have now? 49? Yeah. No point in going down there. We have one final thing to pick up. And then we're going to restock at the altar right here. And then we're going to go to the first boss, which is through that archway. Down here, it's Heggy. Again, a blue one, so don't give it the bone fragments. Like this one wants sanity. You hadn't killed the other special unit, then you could plunge attack him right here. Get the tier stone. Alright, so we can actually make one of these if we want. The only one we have the stuff to make is the Skull of Delirium, so let's go ahead and make that. We'll put it on. We can have 2 of each type. Go ahead and level ourselves up a little bit. Increase how many potions we can hold and how much they heal for. Let's learn Backstab. Let's learn the combo for right click, left click. And that's what we'll do so far. Could buy the 2. Yeah, let's do that. Ugh. Oop, almost didn't pick this up.
Human cheek.
We'll pick both those up. Go all the way back to the other altar so that we're not respawning everything. So we can just fight the boss afterwards. Now there is a special mechanic for bosses. If you lose all of your sanity during a boss, the boss goes into the lunatic state. And it gains extra abilities, increased damage, all that good stuff. But you do also get a extra reward for killing it whenever that happens. So, what you can try and do is not hit the lunatic state till right before the boss dies, and then finish the boss off real quick. Now that's the rising slash. Got everything here. Let's increase our sanity. I think the only thing we can level up after this with the chip Demondus is the rising slash. Everything else needs the higher upgrades. You can kind of tell from the main screen here if it has circles going around it, then that means it's upgradable with items that you have currently. Go back over here. Don't have anything. We can craft one more of these. We have 4 health potions. These give 25 each as you dedicate them. So we do have enough that we could level up also. We'll go ahead and just put a point into Vigor for health. And rest. So resting will give us back all of our health potions, full health, full sanity. I'm gonna swap this to sanity potions. It is a good idea if you can to stock your rage up, which is the bubble next to where your health potions are. But right before bosses so that you have the rage to fight them. I feel like he should have started this fight with like half health because he's sitting there beating himself. Ugh. I'm watching his stamina bar instead of what he's actually doing. Oh, we hit the lunatic state fast. Guess taking all those hits. So this is when he'll transform. Potion real quick. There's no point in having lunatic potions on right now because you can't use them whenever he's in this state. Ow. You can see he interrupted our special attack there. You are very susceptible to counterattacks while drinking potions, so that is something to be wary of. Almost didn't see that one coming because of the freaking tree. He's dumb.
You again?
You know him?
Not the tree.
Forgive me.
She got those hugs that knock you out.
Are you awake?
Oh.
Who knows? I've already lost track of time in this endless darkness.
Where are we going?
To the nearest village to get some supplies. Even if you don't need food, I still need rest.
But Teresa is still in Heggem. We have to go back.
Who the hell is Teresa? You were calling her name when you were out.
She was there on the mountaintop. I saw her with my own eyes.
Terrence, I saw nobody but you. Maybe you were too tired and delusional.
That's impossible. The red hair. It must be her.
If you don't believe me, ask that chatterbox.
Sorry, Terrence.
But how could that be?
Well, talking about red hair.
What is it?
A courier's diary full of symbols, riddles, and ratings. It mentions that a red-haired witch wasn't...
Give me the diary.
Calm down, Terrence.
Give it to me, now.
So angry.
I'm trying to help you.
Teresa is actually my wife. I haven't seen her for a long...
What happened between...
She left me because of a lie. And
you became a miserable courier for that.
this is the punishment I deserve.
She seems to be looking for a Colossus called Adamina. I guess that's her next...
Alright. So...
The figure I saw.
The answer can only be found...
I hope it's not an... Who exactly is...
I have no idea. But his mask makes me...
Viola's the one who sells certain trophies that you can get for your Dominator crystals, which is what the Heggies are giving you. So they're pretty nice to pick up. I like these the brass ring of handle. It's pretty good bonuses.
I have some interest.
Didn't I pay you enough?
That's apples and oranges, my friends. And I'm guiding you for free.
Let me see what you...
He sells general items for crafting. His list will expand as time goes on. You can also change your outfits for each of them at like that one, like this one. This is the one I used in the original, but it makes his cane look all weird. I think I'm gonna stick with the default. I think it looks better. You have a altar here that you can use to level up and do whatever you want. Craft some different trophies. So that worn ring that we received, along with the weapon or the whip that we got from the first boss, it will allow us to craft this one here. Now it does damage you every single time that you attack someone, so it's kind of a, there are a lot of skills that deal more damage or offer you different bonuses when you're lower on health, so that's kind of a trade-off. And then we have our map. So this is the first area that we were in. You can see we only did 4 of the 5 Heggies. We'll need to go back to complete the last one. And then this is our new area that we'll be going to afterwards. So that'll be it for the first episode on essentially the beginner area for Pascal's Wager. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll be continuing this series all the way through till the end of the game, so we'll be posting 1 video a week. Keep an eye out for those. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.